Hey everyone, Mac and Jenny here. We are back with another episode detailing life aboard our 37-foot sailboat Maya. This video is part of an ongoing series covering our 3,000-mile trip through southeast Alaska from our home port of Anacortes, Washington. In the last video, we made a major navigational decision to take a more direct route to Sitka, our next port of call. In this video, we continue to make miles towards Sitka, stopping at some incredible natural hot springs along the way, plus we continue to enjoy more remote anchorages and wildlife. Okay, picking back up the story, we are in Gut Bay on Baranof Island. We are ultimately bound for Sitka, where we will rendezvous with family in about a week's time. Picking up the anchor, we motored out of Gut Bay and headed north up Chatham Strait to our next anchorage, Red Bluff Bay.
A whale just frickin' reached out there. Holy shit. Right out there.
Oh my gosh, I see the bubbles.
You are kidding. I hope we got that on camera.
But those bears can smell this.
Okay, so we're leaving Red Bluff Bay right now, and we dropped our shrimp pot on the way out. So we actually had dropped it and pulled it once on the way in, and we caught one shrimp.
On the outside of the trap.
Yeah, he was
riding on top.
Right on the top, which is
Taunting us.
rather insulting. But that did show that there were shrimp here, so I feel good about this pull. So let's keep our fingers crossed and let's go get that shrimp pot.
So from Red Bluff Bay, we continued on to Hot Springs Cove, where we spent a couple of nights at the dock.
Okay, there's quite a bit of swell out here in Chatham Strait, but it is worth it. Whew. Always log dodging. Yeah, it's worth it to kind of battle this swell here out in Chatham Strait, because we are headed to the hot springs. We are in serious need of a shower. So we don't have a shower on board, so usually we use like a solar shower. And a lot of times we jump in the water too, but it is like sometimes in some places 38 degrees this water, so that's pretty dang chilly. And we are just really looking forward to some really hot water.
So we have arrived in Hot Springs Cove, and we are looking for the hot springs right now.
It's been 7 days since we had a shower.
It's really cool. We got a nice boardwalk, huge waterfall over there, and there are bathhouses here. How cool is this?
Oh It's so warm. Oh my god. It's almost like too hot. Ouch.
As if the bathhouse wasn't enough, the real treat was only a short hike away.
Wow.
I've ever been to. Wow. There's a raging river right next to it. Oh my wow, we so needed that. This hot springs feels amazing.
So we were graciously gifted a fish from someone we met, a guy named Louis from SV Arcturus, and this is it.
Yeah. Fillet up this rockfish.
So after 2 nights in Hot Springs Cove and lots of soaking, we took off to our next anchorage in Appleton Cove, 41 nautical miles away. Okay, so this is amazing. We are on Baranof Island, and just looking around, there are 6 bears within sight right now. Grizzly bears, I should add. Just crazy. It's pretty fun to watch them in their natural habitat and everything. Yeah, so for Disco's safety and ours, no going to shore today. Isn't that right, Disco? All right, so we wanted to showcase one of the more unique things about living aboard Mayan, and that is changing the toilet. So we have a composting head, and it's got about, what do we say, 25 uses?
Yeah, we counted 25 uses.
25 uses, and we're just starting to smell a little something. That's when you kind of know it's time to change the head.
Yeah, we just wanted to share the not always glamorous parts of cruising. So, you know, there are the amazing parts, and then there are the dirty jobs. This is one of them.
Okay, now we just heave it over. I can't even say it. Just kidding, we don't do that. That's what we do with it. Okay, so now that the composting toilet is empty, we're gonna fill it back up with coconut husks. Jenny's just breaking that apart. Yeah, we found that the coconut husk really, it does a good job of just odor and moisture abatement in there. Now we're done. So with our boat chores finished, we pushed on through Peril Strait towards Sitka, covering 42 miles over 2 days.
to a place called Sergius Narrows, where currents can run at like 5 knots. Typically, these places with all this current, you can count on there being 0 current at slack tide, but on Navionics, it doesn't show that.
They list high tide for this specific spot at 7:45 p.m. but we're here at 5:15 p.m. because that's when the little arrows on Navionics show that the current is basically 0. So we don't know whether to believe the high tide point of 7:45 p.m. or the little arrows of the current at 5:15 p.m. So we're here early just to check it out, and if we have to wait, we'll just kind of fish around the area and we'll see. But it looks to be fine from what we can tell, so we'll see. What we learned is slack tide, the time to go through Sergius Narrows, is the arrows on Navionics and not like the time where it says high tide. So let's take a look here. Okay, so this is showing Sergius Narrows, the canoe pass where we went through. And so these are the arrows I'm talking about. And we went through right at this time, just about right at slack tide where basically the current was kind of changing. Now I'll show you the other thing. So we went through at 5:15 p.m. So there's this other marker. So this is what I was confused about, was do we go through right at high tide, which is 7:47 p.m. But it's actually those arrows, the first thing I showed. So that is confirmed. So now we know.
Okay, so with us past Sergius Narrows, we navigated the remaining 26 miles to Sitka, stopping overnight just off the channel in Whitestone Narrows. And with us in Sitka, that's a good place to stop for now. Join us next time as family flies in for 5 days of epic Alaskan fishing aboard Maya. The fishing and eating is top notch, so you don't want to miss that episode. Also, we finally tackle the replacement of our compromised forestay. Who doesn't love boat work in exotic places? Oh, and also, before we go, we need to introduce a new character in this video series. You actually met her earlier. Her name is Bunny, and she lives on our Sony a6600 camera. Somehow, she found her way onto the camera sensor without us noticing and took up residence for several weeks. So just a heads up, you're going to see her in the next few episodes, although you can rest assured that we do end up evicting her eventually. And lastly, a reminder, we have an online store at cruisingmaya.com. We have special edition Southeast Alaska t-shirts and hoodies available, along with Cruising Maya hats with our logo on the front and a little disco face on the back. Those items and a lot more are available for purchase in our store. If you want to help support us and the making of these videos, shopping in our store is the best way to do that. A special thank you to everyone who's made purchases so far. We absolutely feel and appreciate your support. Okay, so with that, we're done here. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you here next time. Cheers.
How come it doesn't want to play with you?